Another story we've been following up closely for you. The Western Cape Disaster Management is still on high alert as heavy rains continue to batter the province, and the Weather Service is warning of yet another cold front that is fast approaching. It will bring more heavy rains and strong winds to coastal areas today. We speak now to Colin Deiner from the Disaster Management. Good morning to you, and thank you so much, Colin, for joining us. There has been warning even from the Department of Water of Sanitation as well, including the fact that the dams in the Western Cape are recharged, warning people to avoid low-hanging or low areas and not to park under trees, etc. What are you communicating to the communities in the Western Cape or affected communities?
Good morning. Yeah, so we still have quite a couple of areas. Obviously, the two areas that we're looking at now, still since yesterday, as our priorities are the Overberg region and the Cape Winelands district. Overnight has been fairly okay. We had quite a bit of wind and some rain overnight, but it's not been as significant. I think what has helped is the fact that we had, 2 days, Friday and Saturday, where we had some sort of a reprieve, and that could have helped. That helped our water and sanitation department and the city's cleanup teams and responders to be able to just clear up a lot of the areas. And a lot of work was done yesterday by the Department of Infrastructure in the province just to start making roads accessible. So we've been able to do quite a lot, which has protected the province from the third and fourth cold fronts which hit us. And then we have been informed by weather services that there'll still be some bad weather on the way, although from weather services they are going to pass to our south. So we are not expecting them to have the impact that they had over the last week or so. But however, we're still on high alert. There's still areas that are saturated. There are areas that have been compromised by the wind. So that is where we're really focusing now.
Yeah, is there any other way that you could prepare besides having early warning systems and alerting communities? I mean, this is an act of nature, but the inclement weather, there's very little that you can do other than try and have contingencies in place and warning communities.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I mean, preparation is the key, and preparation really starts with good infrastructure. So infrastructure that's able to take the shock. And that's why we have what we call our winter preparedness plan, which we start doing in April already. March, April, we start planning on it. And we identify what the main risks are. And obviously, one of the biggest risks that we have is weather in the winter, is bad weather. So a lot of work gets done around cleaning municipal drainage systems across the province, looking at trees, because we've had our fire season. We obviously have a lot of trees that have burnt and fallen into waterways. So we work with a lot of partners in making sure that our waterways are cleared so that when you do get a lot of rain, the water moves swiftly and you don't have a buildup of water. Working with the agricultural sector, just in terms of their preparation with placement of pumps, with their crops, all those kind of things. So there's a huge amount of work that gets done, well in advance before we know that we're going to have a difficult rain season or not. So it's really all that. But it's, as you say, a big weather event like this, and you will always be taking some sort of a knock.
And unfortunately, there has been 2 fatalities, as far as we know, Colin, of people who had perished because of the inclement weather conditions. But the warning again, how far widespread are you able to reach communities to just not necessarily raise the alarm, but for them to be prepared under these conditions?
Yes, I think what's really important about early warnings is we've got to look at the diversity of the province. We've got all the way up into the Cedarburg, and then if you go across down to the Overberg region and the Overstrand region, which is more to the south, and all the way up to the Garden Route where we have a lot of wind kind of situations. So we've got to look at how do you send the message? So, for example, in Garden Route District, which is George Neisner area, we have boards up at taxi ranks which can provide warnings. In other areas, it's easy enough just to do it through the media or to send SMS messages. And in other areas, we just have to let our community development workers who work throughout the province know, and they go into their communities and provide warnings. So it's really a mix of finding the best way that you can get warnings to people and getting them through in that way. And obviously getting community leaders in as well, who we have as part of our fora, and just being able to get to them quickly and send them the warnings is important.
Yeah, collaboration being key under these conditions, but thank you indeed for your time. We're speaking to the head of the Western Cape Disaster Management, Colin Deiner, saying that community involvement is key in just getting the message across, primarily to be safe under these weather conditions.